Hi, you guys. We are here on day 19. And on day 19, we're going to do a quick summary of the past 18 days. Now, and I can't go through everything, but I do want to make sure that we are able to go over a few of the things that we have discussed. So, just random topics that I want to make sure that that's important to me, that I want to be important to you all. First one is social engagement, which is participating in social activities and maintaining connections with friends and family. Physical health, and basically regular exercise, proper nutrition, and prevention healthcare. So just preventative measures in healthcare. Mental health, addressing issues like depression, anxiety, and cognitive decline. Safety, home safety modifications to prevent falls and accidents. And I really had one topic where I was discussing, we were going over throw rugs, cords, tables in the middle of the floor when you just have too much. So I wanted to make sure that that was something that I did remind you of safety at home. All right, next, transportation. Options for getting around, including driving, public transportation, and ride sharing services. And I'll be more than happy to give you more of that information in your area. Nutrition. That's very important. Eating a balanced diet to maintain health and energy levels. Very, very important. It will it'll help prolong life for you, especially with the exercising and being out and active. It'll just assist in lifelong, just everything in general. Technology. That was one of my favorite topics. Learning to use technology to stay connected and access information. So the thing about that was, I highly recommended getting the younger generation, so grandkids, great grandkids, whoever can operate technology the best. That way, that can count as social interaction with your loved ones while they are teaching, the elderly, their elderly parent, grandparent, aunt, uncle, whatever the case may be, while they're teaching them how to utilize smartphones, tablets, computers, they're also interacting with one another. So that can always count as interaction, social engagement with family, and just make your loved one a little happy. So technology is very important because this world is pretty much about to be an AI ran world, a computer based world. So nobody really even carries cash anymore. So we're at that point where you have to teach your younger children, or the younger generation has to teach the older generation about Cash App and Apple Pay and Google Pay, those simple things, or how to tap their card at the grocery store or restaurant. So technology is very, very important. And not only do your loved ones need to learn the technology that we're using right now, but for social interaction, I always highly recommend the younger generation teaching because they know better than we do. Lifelong learning, engage in educational activities to keep the mind active. That is very, very important. Puzzles, anything educational that your loved one, if they love to read more books, if they were a scientist or they love science, interacting in science experiments or just scientific facts and scientific things that was in their era. So just kind of keep that in mind as well. If you want to keep the brain active, keep the mind active, make sure you find out what they love to do, so then you can just go from there. Volunteering is number one. So when it comes to volunteering, please make sure that with your loved one, with volunteering, I know, like at our local hospital here in Iredell County, that individuals were able to, like, they were older and they would sit at the desk. I don't know if they still volunteer now, but they would sit at the desk when you first come in, and they would check you in, like, hey, what room do you want to go to? And so they would give them the little badge and tell them what room to go to. So that's one good way to volunteer. Then you have different little areas where they may can just answer the phone, or, you know, greet people at Chick-fil-A. I mean, just simple stuff. They don't have to get paid to do it unless they just want to. But volunteering is very, very important. Contributing to the community and staying active. Last but not least, financial security. A lot of my videos talk about finances. They talk about different ways to make sure that they are financially stable, financially safe, that they're utilizing all the important information that I had mentioned about assets, about applying, like say if they're applying for Medicaid, or in the event that they need to look into their stocks, bonds, IRAs, just different things of that sort. Like, you want to make sure that the financial security is number one. But that is pretty much managing finances and planning for retirement. If they're not already at retirement age, or if they are and haven't even planned and got themselves where they need to be, please make sure that you help your loved ones. If you are in the 50s, upper 50s, and you know that you're embarking onto the 60s, 62, 65, that's almost retirement age. Or if you've put enough time in at your job and you're able to retire, please go ahead and look into the financial security portion of it. Manage your finances and plan for retirement. That is all I have for tonight. Thank you so much for tuning in. Have a good night.